Okay, this little short video was requested by some members of NEOPC, and it has to do with running your computer as a local user rather than an administrator. And the reason that you would even consider doing that, because it's a little bit of work to get it accomplished in most cases, is for fear of having viruses and malware and all kinds of things installed on your computer that you really don't want. So that is the subject of this short, we hope, video. So the other choices for your personal account is to have it as a guest, a visitor, or a local user. And these are categories. You can name the account anything you want to name it. This video would be a lot easier other than Microsoft has decided over the years to change the names of things which are the same things but are called something different and put them in different places and use different words and locations to get them to accomplish the same thing that goes all the way back to Windows XP. Anyhow, I will try and bring to your attention things that are different for the various operating systems. In most cases, it is not a major difference, so you should be able to follow through. This presentation is done on a Windows 10 computer, so you're going to see a lot of things that relate to 10. If it's very different, I've tried to include some of the visuals that would help you with the other operating systems. So, a computer administrator, the definition. A computer administrator is a user who manages or maintains a computer. The computer administrator makes system-wide changes to the computer, including installing programs and accessing all files on the computer, allocating disk storage space, adding and configuring new workstations, and he can create, change, or delete the accounts of other users. He may also perform system programmer activities. Most important part of this, for the purpose that we're doing now, is including installing programs and accessing all files on the computer. Because the administrator has those rights, when someone decides to attack your computer, that's what they're looking for. They need that in order to successfully attack your computer. So by taking those administrator rights away from yourself and your normal computing, it limits their ability to cause you problems. And that's a good thing. Obviously, anytime you want to install something on your computer, you're going to have to give the administrator rule over the computer by entering a password. An administrator account should always have a fairly solid password. So, you need to be the computer administrator to install viruses, spyware, malware, crapware, and adware, all things that you don't want. Sometimes you don't even know that it is going on. That's why you don't want to be the administrator on a day-to-day basis when you're out there surfing the web. So, things that can happen to you. You get an email that says Facebook said that you recently asked to reset your Facebook password. Click here to change your password. Let us know if you did not request this. And when you hover that, it shows something that has nothing to do with Facebook. So whenever you get something that even could be suspicious, you want to hover on it and make yourself aware of who is trying to get you to And if you click on this link, they're going to install some things in your computer. So who of us hasn't seen something? Attention, attention. Your browser is out of date or something is out of date. Some extensions may interfere with your work and they want you to upgrade. And it sure looks like a Microsoft thing, but it's not. And the second you click install, they do, but not what you're looking for. This one, congratulations, you won. It's not a joke. You are the 100,000th visitor of the day. Claim your winning as soon as you click on OK. Guess what? You get something you didn't want, a virus, malware, something of that nature. Your chances are better of having a Nigerian send you a couple $1 million than it is to get something out of this. Warning, your computer may be infected. Call toll-free for the high-priority virus removal call line. It's actually the virus remove your money call line. You don't have viruses when you see this. But anyhow, this couldn't happen if you have administrative rights taken away from your account. And there are a lot of people that today clip coupons and whatever, and old Coupon Titan here was one of the biggest scams going. It installed malware to begin with, and then each one of these things could give you a little more of unwanted programs. So again, once again, if you don't have administrative rights, at least it gives you a chance to think about it. If you still insist on doing it, sign in as the administrator and get your viruses right here. So your computer must have a user that has administrator rights. If you demote yourself, you must create a new administrator account first. To keep your files and your programs, you need to be demoted by this new administrator. So we're going to create a new account that is going to be the administrator, and you are going to be just a normal user on a regular basis. Again, you can sign in as administrator anytime you want. Okay, the first thing we need to do is get to your control panel. If you don't know how to get there, the easiest way is to do a search, a little box at the bottom there connected to your start button, and it'll find it for you. Most of you know in Windows 7 there's an actual part of the start menu that comes up that is the control panel. So you need to go to the control panel first, and then you go to user accounts. Click on that. And in Windows 10, this is what it's going to look like. It looks slightly different. There's more here than there was in the previous versions. But anyhow, it shows who signed in. In this case, Bruce is the administrator, and he signed in, and it's password protected. And what we want to do here is to manage another account. And since there isn't another account at this point, we have to click on that, and that will allow us to manage or add another account. So, how will this person sign in? And they really want you to have a Microsoft account because they want to sell you some things and keep you up to date on all the new wonderful things that are going on at Microsoft. But you don't want to do that. You want to sign in without a Microsoft account. Not recommended, but you're going to do it anyhow. So you click there, and it will take you to here. And they're still trying to sell you a Microsoft account, but no, you just want a good old local account. And you just click on local account, and it takes you here. Add a user. And you need to put in the user's name and a password and a password hint, and click next. And lo and behold, you've created a new user. Now, the original account is still the administrator, and the new user is a local account. We need to switch these two things around. So, we are signed in as Bruce the administrator, and we're going to promote the new account to Bruce Brockman to an administrator, or whatever you call this account. Again, I'm just using this as an example. So you go back to the control panel, and you want to manage another account. Again, you click there, and it takes you here, and choose which user you would like to change, and you click on that one, and it takes you here. So it says change the account type, and you want to change that to an administrator. So you click on that, and it will give you the choice between a local account, standard account, and an administrator, and you click on administrator. Okay, now you need to switch users or sign into your new account, which is Bruce Brockman, which is now the administrator account. They're both administrator accounts. And basically at this point, you're going to reverse the process by going to the control panel, go to user accounts, go to manage accounts, choose your original account, which was Bruce in this case, change the account type again to either a guest or visitor or standard, whatever that version of Windows allows you to do. And then once you're done with that, switch back to your original account, switch users again, and that's it, you're done. Sounds a little complicated, but if you go slowly and go step by step, you'll be able to do this without too much problem. So in XP then, when you go to sign in the next time, which I recommend after you've done all of this to shut it down and sign in again, you'll have two accounts to choose from. Choose the one that's not the administrator account. Just a little different look in Windows 7, but it's the same thing. In Windows 10, they've done a little better job at it, I think, anyhow, and it gives you it shows you all the accounts, and you can just sign in whichever one you want. So once you're signed in, if you want to switch, if you want to install some programs or whatever, now in Windows 10, if you go to install something, it'll give you a window that says, we need you to furnish the password for the administrator account. In most cases, there are some exceptions where you're going to have to actually open up the administrator account and do it from there. But switching to a different account in previous versions of Microsoft Windows was a little more difficult. Basically, it was related to signing off, signing out. And when you did that in XP, it gave you an opportunity to switch users. In 7, there was, when you go to shutdown, there was a little arrow there that said switch users, log off, lock, restart, or sleep. In Windows 8, they gave you an actual window where you had the choice, and you could switch users there if you wanted. And in Windows 10, when you hit the start button, along this left side, the top one here, if you have a picture, your picture will show up. Whoever is logged in shows up here. And you can indeed switch to another account just by clicking on it. If they're already signed in, it'll just move it over to that account. Now the other account, when it sets it up as a totally separate account, so it has its own set of files for pictures and videos and documents and all of those things, and its own set of programs. And depending on how you've set your programs up, whether you share them with other people on the computer, some of your programs may not show up in the new account that you just set up. But you can reinstall and get that done. Not a whole lot of that happens. So that's the brief tutorial that I promised. Go ahead and switch. You'll be really glad you did. Thanks for watching.